What's good with it, Black Goose TV family? Let me go ahead and hit you with the double salute real quick. As always, man, blessings, positivity. Hopefully, everything's going absolutely amazing. Fuck the stress. Stay away from the mess. Be blessed. You already know what it is, man. We up in here, Fluence Boxing, back at it again. We got a reaction video in this joint. And look, man, I've been told y'all, man, what was it the other day? I talked about the Le'Veon Bell versus Adrian Peterson match. And I was like, I hate talking about this goofy ass shit. But hey, look, it's kind of slow on the boxing side of the game. I could definitely do the speculation. I can definitely do the what ifs. I'm just not the type of guy to really do that because I think that shit kind of bogus. Even though that's really what run ups a lot of these YouTube boxing channels numbers. Like they be like, what about you know Deontay Wilder is about to fight Earl Spence on January 2023? Let me tell you why this fight's gonna happen. And all y'all niggas be eating that shit up, right? I don't be on that type of shit, man. I just want to give y'all the real what's happening. Even if sometimes it does fall on the goofy side of the game when it comes to the boxing side of the game. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here on a goofy report. No disrespect, you know what I'm saying, to Jake Paul or Tommy Fury, but we all know it's the goofy side of boxing. But hey, man, it's happening. People's talking about it. People interested. So I'm gonna give y'all a quick update. And the reaction side of the game, this ain't gonna be nothing too long because to be honest with you, I really don't give a fuck. I'm definitely gonna watch this fight if it does happen. But hey, it is what it is, man. There's a lot of goofy shit going on in boxing, and you know what I'm saying? It's making money, it's making headlines, it's making views, it's making numbers. So it is what it is, man. Sometimes you can't avoid the goofy shit. It's part of the game. So with that being said, before we get into this reaction video, man, make sure y'all go ahead, hit the like button below, man. Show some love to your boy. Comment on this motherfucker, man. Subscribe to the channel if you're not part of the motherfucking family, because it don't make no sense in notification games, so you know whatever I'm dropping something. But now with all that being said, we're going to get into this reaction video. Has to do with Jake Paul, has to do with Tommy Fury. We all know that there's been a whole lot of bullshit going on lately with the potential Jake Paul Tommy Fury fight. It's supposed to happen, I think it was like August 6th or something like that, but definitely in August or the early parts of August. Apparently Jake Paul called out Tommy. I think I dropped a video on that a couple weeks ago or a week ago, basically saying, yo, sign the contract, etc., etc. You being scared, you know what I'm saying? We agreed to everything, you know what I'm saying? All your pay, the drug testing, everything. Like, sign that joint. A couple days later, you know what I'm saying? Tommy Fury came back and said the contract is signed. We good to go. Everything is happening. But of course, there was a lot of speculation between that time because if you're aware of the Canahan situation with the Furies being involved with them, we know his pops is never allowed into the U.S. That's been a long time. Tyson Fury was recently banned from the U.S. because of the ties with Canahan. So some people were saying, will that affect Tommy, even though he has no direct ties with Canahan or MTK Global, but he does have ties of being a Fury, which, you know, comes down to being, you know, guilty by association. So as of recently, it's been reported that, you know, US said, hey, nah, Tommy Fury can't come the fuck up over here. I don't know what y'all thought, but guilty by association. Like, nigga, like, do you know how the laws work over here? If I'm into this, like, okay, allegedly, I go with somebody, we go rob somebody or do some, you know, goofy ass shit. You feel me? If I'm just with the person, I didn't do nothing, I'm guilty by association. I'm getting time as well. So I don't know why everyone's shocked by this, but at the same time, part of me thinks some of this might be to play into the publicity side of this fight, because I do think Jake Paul, the shock value of a YouTuber trying to be a professional boxer is dying down. So I actually think this fight would not have done that good on pay-per-view. But I think hyping it up and basically saying, oh, it's not going to happen, and Fury is ducking, and then, you know, ultimately having the fight happen is going to boost the pay-per-view numbers, because we all know that Tyron Woodley versus Jake Paul 2 did not do that well. It didn't do as bad as people said, right? It did better than Gervonta Davis versus Issa Cruz pay-per-view, but it didn't do that well, right, compared to the first one. So me personally, I would speculate and say this fight is going to happen. I think all this bullshit in between is just to hype the fight up and make people more interested in the fight, because I really don't think people are that interested in this fight. I really don't. Like, Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury, in reality, like, the reason why this is goofy is because in reality, if we're talking about a real boxing card, that would be like the first fight of the not even the main card, probably the undercard, or middle of the undercard. No way they should be headlining Madison Square Garden or New York, whatever the fuck is supposed to happen. So let's go ahead. Let's get this update strictly from Jake Paul, and let's move on from this goofy ass shit, because I hate reporting on this bullshit. But hey, it's boxing, so nigga, I'm biased. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. New York, we coming. Hey-oh. New York. Update. We've spoken to Tommy Fury's lawyers. They are all advising him to just go to the embassy to get his visa. That's all he has to do. But Tommy is showing no urgency. He hasn't gone yet. He's not communicating with us on what he's doing. Is this another case of Tommy fumbles, just being scared to fight me? I think that's what it is. I think the Fury family is trying to manipulate something here to make me fight in the UK. Okay, you want me to fight in the UK? Show me $15 million. Okay, because here in America, we do more pay-per-view buys, we do more ticket sales,
That's right.
and we do more sponsorship. I've shown you the money. We're ready to go. MSG, August 6th. Tommy, you're going to miss out on the biggest payday of your life because you want me to come to the UK? Like I said, I'll come there. Just show me the money. But y'all can't do that. Y'all don't have $15 million.
No, not for Tommy.
This is embarrassing.
He's right, though. As much as people want to talk shit about Jake Paul, you got to understand, like, this dude, he's a YouTuber for boxing, so he's able to fund a lot of his shit. He has a whole bunch of other businesses. So it's like the reason, it's like, it's not necessarily that Showtime is putting all this money behind him, but it's an investment, right? Because they're like, yo, the money that we put into him, most likely we can get back because he's his own entity in business. So, excuse me, y'all, allergies. But because of that being the case, Jake Paul's, he's like, look, I'm not like, he knows, like, he's very realistic in the sense of he understands. He's like, no, I'm not Deontay Wilder. I'm not Earl Spence Jr. I'm not even Arthur Betterbill. I'm not Joe Smith Jr. I'm not Anthony Yarde. I'm not none of these guys who can generate money because of their skill and what they've done in the sport. But I can generate that because of my popularity, and because I can invest in myself. So what Showtime doesn't want to cover, I'm willing to put it in there because I'm willing to invest in myself and say, hey, you willing to pay $1 million to Tommy? If he wants $2 million, I'll match the other $1 million. Like, let's go ahead and do this because one, also it's a tax write-off because it's part of his, promotional, so it's not a big deal. But also two, he's like, I understand. That's how much confidence he has in himself. So I'm not mad about it. I respect it definitely, but and I don't think he's lying in any way. But there's no way it can happen in the UK simply because Tommy Fury isn't under a major promotional company, right? He's not under one. He would have to be, for that to happen, he would have to be under like Zone or Frank Warren Promotions, where they would be able to build a whole entire card behind Tommy Fury. And in reality, it wouldn't be built behind him, it would be built behind Jake Paul, which is why the money won't be there, the ticket sales won't be there because Fury's not that big. Tommy Fury isn't that big in the UK. Rightfully so, because he's basically in the same position as Jake Paul, right? If Jake Paul was strictly a boxer with the record he had, no one would care. But he's not. This nigga was a celebrity before that. So that's so he's
go to the
right.
embassy, get your visa, and let's make this fight happen. Stop ducking me and stop wasting my time.
Tommy, where the fuck you at? We're in New York City. Supposed to have the press conference today. Shit, I'm still getting my miles in while you're making excuses. Get to the embassy and go get your fucking visa. I'm gonna knock you the fuck out August 6th.
You could tell, man. He was like, man, I gotta be careful when I say something because nigga, I'm getting tired. I'll give Jake Paul this too. In that running video, looks like you're definitely beefing up and you're putting on weight. So I give you that. You're looking in great shape. But I'm gonna stand by what my prediction is. I think this is all publicity. It's building up the fight more. It's gonna make people more interested. Boxing channels like myself and the bigger boxing channels, they're gonna pick it up just for the views and things like that. When originally, if there wasn't all this controversy going on, it would just be another boxing fight happening in August, right? And we have some pretty goddamn big boxing fights happening in August between real boxers. So I think this is a smart play by whoever's running this promotional and marketing scheme. They understand that they'll get overshadowed by some of the bigger fights that are happening in August. So play it up and make people really interested because people aren't that interested in this fight. Let's be 100 with you. They're curious, but they're not interested to the point where they're going to pay for it. But if it seems like Tommy Fury can't get in because of all these legal problems and what's going on with Tyson and his pops and MTK Global, now you have some of these hardcore boxing fans like, huh? Oh, okay, what's going on? Let me hear. So that's my personal opinion. Let me hear what you guys got to say, man. Drop it in the comments below, man. Like this video if you ain't did it. Subscribe to the channel. You already know what it is. Notification gang. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. BlakGooseTV fan. For real, man. I love y'all, man, to the core, man. And I'm telling y'all, man, keep rocking with this channel because there's a lot of shit coming, man. Y'all think, and I've been saying this. I remember when shit was so, like, I had terrible camera. I had a mic. Everything was off. And I kept telling y'all, we're going to make improvements to this channel. And it took a minute, but we did it. You feel me? We here now. But it ain't going to stop here, nigga. I promise you, we finna have some crazy shit happen with this channel where I'm really gonna be showing love. So y'all just stay tuned. Y'all keep rocking with us. Keep rocking with me, even when I got the allergies. You know what I'm saying? Y'all still listen to me. I appreciate y'all, but this just shows the dedication to the content. And I promise you're gonna see the improvement. I promise you. We finna go crazy when it comes to this channel. But love y'all, appreciate y'all. Look, on the Arnold Schwarzenegger side of the game, I'll be back with more boxing. Stay blessed, not stressed. Stay up.